Greetings. This is Elder Blacklight. Today, topic is going to be directed to the student ministers of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And if you are a Farrakhan student and you endorse his way of Islam, especially you are welcome to join those that view by regular subscribers, and we're going to be talking about the money trap. How most of the believers, so-called believers, fell off track. You got hung up too much in protocol. And most of the brothers never could understand the entrapment and the weaponization of the dollar. See, because we got to unite the ministers that believe in the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. We got to unite. And I'm starting directing this to the ministers in Detroit. Detroit is home base. It's the Mecca of the holy city. And we got to restore it. And if the brothers unite here, but first I want to, criticize. And you don't have to, accept it, but it's out of love, And we're going to get started with this simple introduction about simple psychology.
Fusion TV.
The Federal Reserve System virtually controls the nation's monetary system. Yet it is accountable to no one. It has no budget, it is subject to no audit, and no congressional committee knows of or can truly supervise its operations.
See, the Caucasian creates an argument. It dictates to you the rules and regulations of the argument through political correctness, as they call it. And we follow it. And when the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the way he taught us was, we create the argument, and then he tells us how to ward off the beast in his arguments. And those brothers and sisters that's on the side of the beast. A lot of brothers and sisters don't know that they're on the side of the beast, or they bow down to the devil, but they do. And a lot of Muslims in the Nation of Islam bow down to the devil, and they still bowing down to the devil. The George Washington and the crew, they was trying to get away from the rulership of Great Britain and Europe, and they won the little scrimmage war that they had, but they didn't win the financial war. They forgot they needed money to finance their operation. And the Rothschilds, people like the Rothschilds and his crew, they came in and bought the government. And they had guys like Andrew Jackson and some guys in the southern states wanting to keep that money system alive off of slavery. So they didn't know that they were being financed by the Rothschilds. Or maybe they did, but anyway, they got double crossed. And this is the argument that's going on in the White House today. All your systems are rigged. All the government systems are rigged. And they're battling to see who's going to control you. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to point out the Muslims that sold out. Not in this video. I'm setting it up to show you where even you ministers that's following the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, y'all not following the actions of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You let the enemy come in and knock you down, and you never got up. You thought you was getting up because they sent the agent in, Farrakhan, and he made an effort to build you up, but then when he got caught with cancer, he really had to. I think he wanted to go for himself, but he had to be loyal to his controllers, and they called him the charmer because he has a gift of charming, the people, and that's what he did, and that's what he's doing now. But they're bashing the Honorable Elijah Muhammad now, trying to write him out of history, and they're doing it through Hollywood any kind of way they can. This recent effort through Hollywood is called The Godfather of Harlem, and this is a series, so it's going to last a while, and we don't have nothing to kind of react that. So this is, telling you that we got to team up, and we got to quit acting prejudice towards one another, and join up. But I want to show you a new way of fighting them. It's the same old way that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad did. If you notice that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad came on the radio, he came on Did lectures. He had a newspaper, Muhammad Speaks, banging on the devil, banging on the beast. Then when Farrakhan came and changed it to Final Call, he did it very clever. And y'all still are being controlled by the almighty dollar. Because by now we were supposed to mint out the system, out his money system, and had an economic system of our own, a nation within a nation. That's what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was building on. And we're going to continue on talking about the science of weaponizing or reverse the weaponization of money, of a currency, using that same currency to build up our thing and against the devil. And you got to start off where circumstances are most favorable for us to do that, and that starts right here in Detroit, Mecca. We'll talk about that on the next video. We hope that you stay tuned. Give me a thumbs up if you want this to continue. Black Light out.